Mike O'Mara, Radio Entertainment.
Today's episode of The Mike O'Mara Show is brought to you by our bonus packages. Please go to MikeO'MaraShow.com and click on the bonus banner. You'll get access to all of our bonus content, and even better, you'll be helping out TMOS. So please quit sucking, and we thank you.
Available on demand every day in iTunes and the Google Play Store, and around the world on MikeO'MaraShow.com. What more can we do for you? It's the Mike O'Mara Show.
What you're doing is you're creating a pressure in your eustachian tubes.
I'm trying to test myself free of nasal spray today because I'm a believer in the people that say you get addicted to that stuff.
Absolutely.
And so the last nasal spray was right before the show yesterday. I did not go with it last night.
Over 24 hours then.
And I feel as though I have benefited from it. So I am. Do
you feel chipper?
You didn't need to give your brother a head start. You didn't. I like to surprise him when he's that late. When he comes walking in, I see we've started. You told him he's going to prepare his patter.
Well, he's prepared anyway. He's going to come in and be deflecto. He'll be fine.
Oscar's late, so yes. We started without him. But I have to say that I'm extremely excited about today's show for one reason and one reason only. Today on the Yak Shack, and by the way, thank you for continuing to send us in your yaks at 888-920-MORE. That's 888-920-6673, or as Pony likes to say, 888-920-MORE.
Yeah, I think that's catchy.
Yeah, sure. We'll go with that. I will say this, that I may be overselling it. In fact, I guarantee you I'm overselling it, but I just have to say that on the Yak Shack today, a star is born.
Now, you said this to me in the pre-show.
A star will be born.
Can you tip your hand at all?
Think in terms of multiples.
Ah, okay.
Yeah. Oscar, I would have waited. I didn't realize you were that close, so I apologize.
Oh, no worries. No worries. We're good.
So it is, I thought I just got your text. Obviously, I didn't just get your text. So the Yak Shack is rapidly has become one of my favorite parts of the show.
Right.
And I'll be honest with you. Last week's Yak Shack and the beginning of this week's Yak Shack was fine. It was good. But then, I'm missing my peeps. And my peeps are the late night stream of consciousness peeps.
And do you think it is because we focused this week? This is sort of a special edition Yak Shack, a very special Yak Shack, which was only calls from Memorial Day weekend.
Oh, okay. Only calls
Friday
from Memorial Day
Monday.
weekend. That's cool.
That's how
there's a theme now?
Yeah, well, no, it wasn't. It was how they sort of fell out. And we had so many yaks. I said, you know what? Let's just focus on the people that are observing the holiday.
Well, stay tuned because we're going to do it in the first break today. And I'm not sure we're going to get to the star because the star comes up at the end. I'm teasing you, but it is,
Yak Shack.
Yak Shack.
I rarely get up from my little computer and chuckle all the way to the potty like I did today. It was that special. So back to the nasal spray. All right. I am not sure what happened to me yesterday, but I got a very decent night's sleep. And then I took the Vicks product Sinex before the show.
Uh-huh.
And then later in the day, we had a repast with two other parents from my kids' school. Very, very nice people. Had a very, very nice dinner. Yes, I enjoyed. We took them to our happy place.
Iguana? Ria?
The Ria. We took them to the Ria. And then, but after the show, I walked out, sat down, and I didn't get out of my chair all day, and I fell asleep. And I'd gotten a good night's sleep. So my question is, A, are these nasal sprays addictive? And B, is there any property inside these nasal sprays that can make you drowsy? It is that Vicks company that puts out all that stuff, and I'm curious.
I always
so today
thought it would be
drug-free. I am drug-free on the show today. Damn it.
Edge.
You know what? Congratulations, Mike.
Thank you very much.
Yes.
I appreciate that.
I always thought that they had sort of a stimulant property.
This one didn't. This one didn't. We were going to clean the
clean
garage
life is
yesterday.
a just life, Mike.
It is. But when I say drug-free, I probably, that doesn't count the tequila, does it?
Well, that's not a drug. That's a staple of life. That's a celebration.
By the way, if you're keeping track of the couple we dined with, he had one.
Yes.
She had one. Mrs. O'Mara had two. Daddy, I did make the guy laugh. I said, I got an early start tomorrow, so I'll have a third. And he liked that. He thought was funny.
What are the
And what brand was it? Sinex you were using?
Vicks Sinex.
Sinex.
Yes.
I've been in that situation where you're like, all right, get a hold of yourself. Everybody's having 2. And then and then you're like, well, I want 3.
Yeah.
Well, I'd gotten out of bed, basically. I'd gotten off the couch, and because I'm not feeling well.
You don't ever get to make it out.
Yeah. But let me tell you, the long and short of it is this morning I wake up after the tequila-fueled sign. Yeah. I go free of the drug, and all I'm dealing with, and I'm not hungover because, my liver, it laughs at a 3-drink evening. But I'm feeling 1,000% better this morning.
You're new parents, though. So, and I'll give you an example. You're trying new parent friends. You're trying to make the best impression possible. It is technically a school night. A school night for any rookie out there, 3 drinks is too much for them.
Yeah.
3 drinks for you is like, I could have 6.
Maintaining.
3 is just to get through this evening, I have felt that way before, and I've gotten that eyebrow from Shannon, like, what are you doing?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
you know what's great about I didn't get the eyebrow.
See, that's
Can I have a
perfect.
3rd? And she goes, yeah, go ahead. She knows that's my happy place, and she knows that. And by the way, 3 is my number. I'm sorry, I'm bigger than Carla. 3 is my number.
3 is a great number.
It's a weight to drink ratio. Is that what it is?
Let me tell you what tequila does to me, though. What tequila does to me is that
It's all
3,
science.
I'm happy. I'm happy. Carla is driving. I'm fine with that.
Right.
Carla is fine.
Yes.
We drive home. But when I have a 3rd and plus my sinusy thing, I went in and I was absolutely no use to her last evening for putting the little man down.
Right.
But then, so I go into the fetal position on the bed, and she says, you need to put Michael down. I said, just tonight I need you to do that for me, please. Tonight. I'm not feeling well. And then she comes back in, and I wake up, and we watch the DVR Gentleman Jack, which was spectacular.
You know what's
Again.
out? Animal Kingdom.
Oh, okay. Well, thank you for my Wednesday night.
There you are.
Oh, my God, am I excited.
I walked in from Bode last night around like 11:30. Shannon's like, Animal Kingdom's back. I said, well, I guess I'll
like
stay up till 1 a.m. Let's just watch this now. Let's watch
a television show that you love is like a friend.
Yes, so true.
And
you're
with
gonna
all
love
these season finales, all our friends are going on summer vacation. It's
Yes.
wonderful.
And by the way, you know who else is having a bad time? And I'm not making a laughing matter.
Yes, that sounds like it.
Jon Snow.
Oh, I got it in the news.
Oh, good.
I got it in the news. So, yeah. Oh, boy. That's another thing to look forward to on today's show. If you don't know about it, you don't know what we're talking about. You probably do, but
Mike,
you might not.
You're gonna feel
biggie.
you're gonna feel great when you watch Animal Kingdom because here are some of the side effects you will no longer have.
Okay.
Because you're not taking Sinex. This comes from WebMD. All right.
Okay. Yeah. Thank you. That's a good. I like that website.
Tell your doctor right away if any of these unlikely but common side effects occur: slow, fast pounding heartbeat, dizziness, nausea, headache, mental or mood changes, trouble sleeping, shaking, unusual sweating, unusual weakness. Also, rash, itching, swelling, especially of the face, throat, and tongue, severe dizziness, and trouble breathing. Now, keep in mind, this is not a complete list. This is just some of the things that can happen. Yeah, best of.
Wow. All right. Well, I was
Sounds
just
like
fatigued.
I'd rather cough.
You're back, baby.
Yeah, look at you.
I was just fatigued. So,
Fatigued
and by the
you.
way, I will, for those of you that are going to yell at me, I am a liquid IV man, but we ran out. So if you see me tugging on the Gatorade today, you will understand this is not a replacement.
We all have our back burner chicks, Mike.
Of course.
Thank you. This is our ugly chick.
Usually you don't show her
today.
off.
Our ugly
No.
chick.
Well, I mean, I figured with this I'd take a pull. Usually I pour it into a cup.
We're going to meet in a dark room.
Usually I pour it into a cup.
Can
And this,
you
by
keep
the
a
way,
secret?
Hi, it's Tiger.
I need you to change your name on your voicemail.
by the way, perfectly matching the color of my urine too.
Yeah, I
no,
thought
just
perhaps
kidding.
that was something you were sending off to the
That is
lab.
toxic.
Antifreeze. Let's see. Mr. O'Mara, let's do a test. Tastes pre-diabetic to me.
Oh, yeah.
But I didn't say like, I'm like, doing that bit, I almost choked on it because of whatever flap I have at 59 years old. Goes, God, I'm going to be a choker. I'm going to have to watch it all the time.
Was
I'm
it
gonna
Uncle
watch
Bill Sheehan?
It's Uncle Bill Sheehan. I've got the Uncle Bill Sheehan gene, which means I can get ready because and what it is with the O'Mara family, by the way, with the choking,
Yes.
which is, and by the way, Uncle Bill's was
Yeah.
like that.
Roast beef, right?
It was in the zeal to not listen to the next person who's talking and get the air to make your next sentence because you want to be heard, not here. Not listeners. The O'Maras are not listeners. People that listen to the show know that. I'm not a listener.
So in his excitement, Uncle Bill Sheehan would perhaps take a nice big bite of dinner and then inhale and then like a piece of gristle.
Get ready to pontificate.
And then shoot right down his throat where it does not belong.
So it was if you really we're doing a deep dive now. If I really want to remember what it might have sounded like, it would be like a. So the thing I was telling him was that no. Here's what I have. Getting ready to make your big dramatic point. My old man didn't do it. I don't remember my old man ever choking. He was the great pontificator of pontificators. Uncle Bill would be, and then, what we had, it was the phases. We would have the bottle of early times being brought to the gathering.
Yes.
That tells you all you need to know. You're drinking so much hooch that you want to have your own.
You
and
travel
not run
with,
out.
But the manners.
It's thoughtful.
Well, on the surface, it's a lovely gesture.
It is.
But
Just in case.
he's going to drink it all.
And by the way, when we were cleaning out my mom, God rest her soul, we were cleaning out my childhood home for her to go to the home. We went into her liquor cabinet, which was just to the left of the sink in the kitchen, and we found in the very, very back a bottle of early times with that much in it.
Sure.
Is that a good visual right there?
is.
There
It
was
is.
that much. That's how much was left of it.
Not even enough to make the ice wet.
And it would go happy, hand the $5 bill sometimes. He went through that phase with all the kids. We loved him for it. Where it's like, hey, how are you? How you been? $5 bill was, Uncle Bill's here. We all run down. Hi, Uncle Bill. How are you? And then once we'd get our $5, nobody wanted to be anywhere near him because he go. But he was, and then he'd be charming and nice. Always have a story to tell. A little boring. Repeat stories. Repeat jokes. Repeat. He used to love the Hitler joke about the Volkswagen. That he killed a lot of people in the war, but he's killing a lot more people with that car. He loved that joke.
Timeless.
Loved that joke. Told it 500 times.
Yeah.
And then, it would be the phases of one good real choke down at the dinner table where it'd be the point I was like that. And then tears later on. Because that's the Irish thing too.
Turn.
The turn.
That one I have. I will get weepy. If I get drunk enough, I will get weepy where it's like, well, the thing that my mom made a point.
Do you have an older relative or an uncle or anything that makes the turn?
Oh, yeah, but then it becomes, look, it's well documented, and I don't even know if I mentioned it here or as of late. My uncles, when they would get hammered, two things would happen.
Yes.
Well, give the names because I remember they have funny names.
It's Tio Umberto and Tio Jaime.
Yes. Jaime.
Yes.
That's right.
Yes.
Jaime.
Umberto.
And God bless them. They love their Heineken and their Coronas.
Yeah.
Okay.
Staples of any Latin barbecue or get together.
Heineken and Corona.
You might get a Budweiser guy in the mix, but that'd be like a rogue. I would say cooler.
If you had to do the go-to, would it be Corona or Heineken? If you had to pick one.
There is no one.
Okay.
You have to
all right.
offer both.
Mike, there is
You
no
have to
one
have
without the
People
other.
think
Yes.
they thought at least the Heineken was a classy beer.
Classy beer,
we
and
had
the
to stick
Corona
to
was
our
kind of
ri-
the domestic.
We had to, we had to support our own by buying Corona.
A nod to our heritage.
So-
Like if I were to drink Polish potato vodka.
That's the logic. Even in my parents' house, if you look, the only beers in my parents' house, and they don't drink. It's just in case I don't know, a quinceañera pops up out of the blue. They have
An emergency 15th birthday party for a young lady?
just in case.
Okay.
Does dad ever imbibe?
My dad will have half a beer and half a Coca-Cola put together. Michelada. When you mix the two.
Oh, really?
It's pretty damn good. Pretty damn good.
Really?
Yes. On a hot day, when they're both are cool. If you mix
Do we
the
have
two,
a beer in the refrigerator?
Yeah, and we have a Coke.
and we have
Yeah.
a Coke.
Yeah.
Pony,
You wanna
get on it.
Yeah, do
wanna
it.
try
but
it?
I think it seems like a perfect way to ruin two good things.
I cannot try it. I am on
ready for-
medication.
I'll take
You ready for a little eye opener?
Yeah.
You want? I mean, so how much? Half and half?
After-
Exactly.
I would say, let's go beer. I mean, Coca-Cola first,
Right.
for half, and then a third beer, like another third
Okay.
beer.
All right.
All right.
I'll
Fair.
try it. Sure.
So
This is
michelada
exciting.
is how they would have it. And
Muchalada.
michelada is what they would say at my house.
Michelada.
Yes. And that's what my dad has. He'll never, and if he has one beer, he'll pass out.
Really? Oh, well, if he doesn't drink, I get it.
He doesn't drink.
We had a older, not a relative, but a very close family friend named Bill McGill. And he would often...
Bill McGill was a pill.
He would often show up at our family get-togethers. And
now he's still.
so still. And so I saw this happen with my father, and I even got old enough that it would happen to me, is usually after dinner, Bill would come up very close and say, either to my dad or to me, he said, your dad's father, Wes Spiewak, was the greatest man. Is the greatest man. He was the greatest man who ever lived.
He'd get weepy?
Very weepy and close. And it was just, and I'd see my dad, and then it happened to me too.
Did you know your paternal grandfather?
No. He passed when my dad was a freshman in high school.
Okay.
So,
I didn't know your dad lost his dad.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
My family, they would either get the niece and nephew or all the cousins. I would say there's probably like 12 of us. Not shocking, I know. If not 20.
Yeah.
That they would make us dance together.
I remember
They would
this.
make us dance the Latin dances, the forbidden dances as well. Who knew they were trying to teach us? But they'd be hammered on the sidelines, just yelling at us. And then,
are you getting music or am I getting music?
You
I'm
can
seeing
get
you
music
going
if you
for
want.
it. All right. Just wondering.
We've got to make
here we go. What's this called? A quinceañera?
a quinceañera. Quinceañera.
No, that's a 50th birthday. 50th birthday.
What was the ratio? 50-50.
And it's a regular Coke? Oh, great. An Irish red.
Maybe not the best mix, but hey, you'll
what
get
kind
a
of
taste
beer?
for
What
it.
kind of beer what did he get?
An Irish red.
And regular Coke.
You know what, Pony? Is there a Budweiser in the
Any sort of Pilsner.
The simplest of tasks.
Okay, how about
everything else is like mango habanero?
I know for a fact there was Beck's in there.
I didn't see any Becks in there.
There was. I saw it in there at one point.
That is the closest thing you're going to get.
Habanero is funny.
Hey, Mike.
All right.
I salute you on this. Your quinceañera.
All right, very good. Let's say this is Coca-Cola and beer.
Tastes like a foot.
Oh no! You got the wrong beer. You were burned.
What would be? Would the beer be a Heineken or a Corona?
I would say a Corona, a Corona, and the Coca-Cola, or a Budweiser, as Mike just said, and a Coca-Cola.
You know what? I'm running the flavor profile in my head, and I'm thinking maybe a Corona with a little bit of Coke and a lime. You might be there. You might be there.
That would work.
But
I've
not
tried it primarily
this.
with Coronas and Coke.
This looks like
this
something
just
they
in.
drained
Hold on.
out of a sink.
Oh wait, hold.
It looks
With beer
refreshing.
companies now that this just in, Anheuser-Busch just released that as a regular beverage. It's at the 7-Eleven right now.
I bet you they have.
Yeah,
If you look it up, I think they have Michelada on shelves.
Pony, come take this
Michelada?
away. It makes
Yeah.
me sad.
It makes you
The waste
sad.
of both
Yeah.
sugarcane and hops.
Yeah, now also, but I wouldn't be surprised because I know Budweiser does a tomato juice beer mix up too, and
Yeah.
they do all that stuff.
I've seen something similar on the shelves, but I've never been as adventurous to buy it pre-made.
Yeah.
All right, I spelled it Michulada.
Michelada. Yeah, that should be close enough. That's
Is it
something should
Michu or Micho?
Micho. C-O.
Does it have a literal
CHO.
translation? Does that mean something? Like drink of the stupid?
No, I don't think
Taste
it
of
does.
feet.
Taste of feet.
I'm looking in there right now.
The other thing
Michelada.
our uncles used to love.
Up there we go. How to
got
make
it?
a michelada.
Okay, there
And
you
by the way, it's like Michelada.
Oh,
Like it's
Michelle?
Michela.
Yeah, leave it up to my people.
Ah.
All right, hold on just
Mix
a
us
second.
up.
Michelada.
Try this this summer, people.
Michelada.
Thank me later.
It looks like it could be potentially kind of yummy, but I'm not sure. I'm not. Well, you know what? I might as well play it for you.
Yeah, please
hopefully.
do.
Let's see if this works. I'm not sure.
Oh.
1-1000, 2-1000. Comcast cable sucks 1,000. 1-1000, 2-1000.
I just hope the video
Loading.
starts with
There was
hello, this is Umberto.
There's also the bit that when they got really hammered, either gambling or I distinctly remember one of my uncles on a picnic table in the basement. I don't know how they ever even got it in there. Like the real ones that you would see in parks,
Oh yeah.
but they had it in a basement.
You know what? I have to feel that they probably built it in the basement.
Probably.
Yeah.
You know what? Liquor.com. Enter your email and then write FU with a double finger in
Not
there.
safe for
Okay.
work, let me tell
FU,
you.
seriously, you ridiculous. I don't care. We're done with Michelada.
Okay, we're done.
You know, as a matter of fact, you know what? And after this opening segment, I'm maybe trying to get this video on the air. I'm going to have 9 of them. Thank you very much.
It's the Mike O'Mara Show. You can listen to the Mike O'Mara Show at www.mikeomarashow.com.
Sponsored by Tecate. Thank you.
Stay tuned for an outstanding entertainment program.
It's the Mike O'Mara Show.
Let's get down to business.
From the entertainment capital of the world.
Let's start right out. Hey, what happened? As you know, back in 1970, I started on a series called What Happened? And every time something would go wrong, I would look at the camera and say, hey, what happened? We had a lot of fun with that and a lot of other catchphrases. I got a real red wagon. And I can't do my work. And I believe I was the first one to use the phrase, I don't think so. But it only lasted a year, and that's good because that's how you establish a cult. So I was on stage doing all my shtick, you know, hey, what happened? And I can't do my work. And if someone would heckle me, they'd say, are you going to be on stage all night? I would say, that's right. And that'd crack up the audience. But I noticed the guy sitting down front with a long face. Nothing got to him. So I turned to the lady next to him. I said, would you hold your mirror up in front of his nose to see if he's still breathing? To see, in fact, if there's a reflection. So he started to smile. After the show, I go down and introduce myself. His name is George Menschel. He had been with a group called the Main Street Singers. Now, I was never into folk music. Put him in the cell with a long hose on him. Put him in the cell with a long hose on him. And I used to say, if he's got a long enough hose, he's going to have a lot of friends in the shower room. Folk audiences hated that joke. But I said to George, I said, seriously, if you reform your group, I can send you out on the Starfish cruise lines. They used to go out, come back. They had a great time. Except a couple of cruises, dysentery broke out on the ship. I was not there. You do not want to be on a cruise ship when dysentery breaks out and be knocking on the men's room door and say, will you be coming out soon? And hear, I don't think so.
It's the Mike O'Mara Show. Mike O'Mara, Rob Spiewak, Oscar Santana. And now, from his easy chair, here's Mike.
Never gone deep with that cut before. That's
Fred Willard. So good.
That's Fred Willard. Welcome back to the Mike O'Mara Show, live from the Podcast Village studios in our nation's capital. Hi, Charlie Burney, who was in our studio earlier today.
Yay,
Hi,
Charlie.
Charlie. The Grand Poobah Podcast Village, the Mike O'Mara Show, or TMOS to our friends, is on right now. From Gettysburg, Pennsylvania to Vienna, Austria. From Raleigh, North Carolina to Torino, Italy. Good skiers there. From Frankfurt, Germany to Speedway, Indiana. The Mike O'Mara Show is on now and brought to you by one of my finest, funnest, greatest products in the world. You've heard me talk about how much I love my Sleep Number bed.
Yes.
Maybe you have thought about getting one. Look, you want to change the way your life is. You want to sleep better every night. Get yourself a Sleep Number bed. I've had it for years. I love it. And if you're thinking, I can't do my work. No, if you're saying I can't afford one.
I don't think so.
I don't think so. Can you really afford another restless night's sleep? There's never been a better time to save on proven quality sleep now during the Memorial Day sale. A Queen 360 smart bed starts at only $9.99. So many couples disagree on mattress firmness. That is eliminated with the Sleep Number bed because the Sleep Number bed lets you adjust your firmness on your side of the bed. So who cares what she thinks? Well, I mean, not in life. Not in life. I mean, the Sleep Number people wouldn't want me to say that's Mike saying that.
Mike.
I care what she thinks. That's why she's able to have her own firmness. Thank you. The Sleep Number 360 smart beds are so smart, they sense your every move and automatically adjust to you so you sleep comfortably throughout the night. My Sleep Number setting is a 90. No, it's not. It's an 85. I turned it down to an 85. Carla's still a 65, regular as rain. We love it. Come in during the Memorial Day sale and save $1,000 on a new Sleep Number 360 special edition smart bed or for temperature balancing comfort at an exceptional value. Remember, you'll only find Sleep Number at one of their 575 Sleep Number stores nationwide. Visit sleepnumber.com/TMOS to find the one nearest you. When you roll in there, please tell them that I sent you. So Mike O'Mara sent me in here to buy the best bed I've ever owned. And then you'll be like me and you'll never look back. And I never have. And I got one here. I got one up in Maine. I'm looking forward to the one up in Maine.
I dream of the Sleep Number. Dream of it.
It's wonderful. Yeah. It is a wonderful, wonderful product. All right, without further ado, A Star is Born. It's time to dive into the Yak Shack because we got a long one again today, but just, sit tight. It's going to get better and better, and you're going to absolutely love it. I guarantee. Our first call, they're all over the map, these calls, and our very first call on the TMOS Yak Shack comes from a young lady named Gretchen. Let's listen, shall we?
Hey, Yak Shack. This is Gretchen calling from Glover Park. I'm married to Hey Tony.
Hey, Tony!
Who helped Oscar work out with his Spite House. Just want to tell you guys we love you so much. And thanks for all the funny. Love you. Bye.
I know this. These are friends of yours,
Yeah, I
right?
love
You know
them.
this
I love
lady?
them. Gretchen and Tony.
So did Gretchen ever get into the Lysol or anything like that? I'm just kind of curious.
No,
about
The Lysol.
if Gretchen, if I'm not mistaken, runs local drinking watering hole in the D.C. area.
that. Okay.
So
I get it.
this might be like a 3 a.m. call after work, just saying she loves us.
I love the
Lots
fact
of
that she
personal
uses
calls.
Spite
Yes.
House without a trace of irony or comedy. It's just a
That's
thing.
It's the
delightful. And we get a call from Maine. Let's go to Ruth and Wimpy. Here we go.
Hey, Yak Shack. This is Gretchen calling from Glover Park.
Well, that's it. That's it. I'm sorry I missed that one. Let's go right to Weasel. I apologize. These numbers, let me tell you how many
Numbers are the worst.
I got 550. Like my numbers for these calls to keep
Yes.
them organized when I'm putting are 920-11344-5678. They were impossible. I talked to Rob about it, and we'll figure it out.
Hi, this is Weasel playing some rock and roll. Oscar still has my stapler. Could you guys get back to me about that? I've left several messages for him. It's a black swing line, maybe 20 to 30 staples left in it. 30 staples. Come on, man. Don't be like that. Don't make me be that guy. Okay? I appreciate it. Thank you. I'll be waiting to hear from you.
All I know is his buddy in the back was enjoying that comedy right there. He loved it.
Weasel worked at WHFS.
A legendary disc
For those of
jockey
you
in
not
DC.
in the area. Now, I used to drive smaller, I guess in a different world, I used to drive Weasel from the radio station, from his home to the radio station and back.
He didn't drive, and correct me if I'm wrong, he also never let anyone in his home.
True.
Yes, okay.
So I would go to Bethesda, pick him up, drive him to his shift, do my work that needed to be done as a promotions guy.
Hey, Oscar, you invented Uber.
And then I would drive him back to his place. He would not say a word. And it was a quiet, and as a kid, you're just
now,
like,
when you say he would not, this is not like he was in his phone. This is back in the day. They didn't have people looking in their phones. Would he be doing anything when he's
he would
driving?
just be quiet, and we'd be listening to music. And I
Okay.
would try. I remember as a young, like I'm saying, 22, trying to engage and be like, "Hey," because I knew who he was. He was a legend.
Big deal.
And he'd give me like, "Yeah, that was a great time," or give me like, there was no follow up. Hey, what was HFS like back in the day when it was
He's
like
done talking.
homegrown?
His job's over. He wants to be Weasel and go back to his Weasel world.
Yes.
Yeah, that was a great time. Shut up, intern.
And also
just drive me. Just drive me. Yeah, Weasel playing the rock and roll. Hey, Weasel, baby.
He was
That's the way
done
sounded, by the
performing.
way.
There was no show for Oscar.
A lot of people don't know that his place in Bethesda was actually a habit trail. A lot of tunnels and a spinning wheel.
Oh, he lived in a nice high rise.
I know he did.
Had shavings all over the floor.
Smelled like cedar.
Yeah.
Would you like to come in for a drink? There's a giant bottle outside of the window. I've got a stainless steel tube coming in the window. And I just licked the drops. I just licked the drops like this.
Really nice guy.
Very nice guy. I love Weasel. Weasel
There was
on
some
our
sort
show.
of there was some
Weasel.
sort of legend or urban legend that said he had some sort of lawnmower accident. I didn't know. And then,
like recently, or
no, this is while I knew him.
why
when I
he
was
became
younger.
Weasel? What stunted his growth, or something
I
like
don't
that? Or
know.
what?
After I was getting a no-go on the conversation.
Riding or push?
I remember being in a meeting. They said, "Oh, like how was he?" I was like, "Yo, he wasn't very talkative, but he was nice." And
An intern pushed him under a lawnmower one time. He's never been the same.
I think he did have an accident. So I apologize if this is completely off base.
Ow, my toes.
Horrible.
Hey, Weasel playing the...
I don't know. I hope that's not too overly good. Let's move on.
Please.
Next call comes from a Christina Applegate fan and an Amy Poehler hater. Let's listen.
Hey guys, love y'all. Calling from North Idaho, and I just gotta weigh in on the whole Amy Poehler thing. Man, Christina Applegate is so much better than her on anything she does. I'm stuck. I'm right in the middle of watching Dead to Me on Netflix. I can't stop it, so I'm going to continue watching the whole freaking series. I'm stuck on it. But anyway, it's awesome, and she's funny as hell. So, yeah, from Kelly Bundy to a kick-ass actress now, I think she's way better than Amy Poehler. But anyway, that's all I got. So,
okay.
Peace out. I'll hang up. Listen later.
It's all right, sir. You know what? I'm with him. And as a matter of fact, the unsung hero of Anchorman is Christina Applegate. I think she makes the movie.
Yeah.
She's the perfect foil for Ron Burgundy, and she's gorgeous. So I think it works. I think it's fantastic. I agree with him.
Lots of positive word on that Dead to Me. Have you seen that?
No. What is Dead to Me?
It's a Netflix series, and it's Applegate and Linda Cardellini. And
really?
I think they go, from what I can tell from the trailers, they're in grief, some sort of grief therapy for being widowed. And it's apparently a really great show.
All right. Well, I'll check it out. Let's get our next call here. It simply says Bob Barker.
Hi, guys. This is Brenna calling from San Jose. Just two quick things. One, I wanted to thank Mike and Tony for the recommendation of that show, You, on Netflix. It's awesome. I love it. Thank you for that. And Mike, I just wanted to tell you, many, many years ago, the first time I heard you on the radio, you were channeling your Bob Barker, and I thought it was Bob Barker and told a bunch of people how funny Bob Barker was while he was being interviewed. So just wanted to share that with you. Love you guys. Keep doing what you're doing, and have a great day.
Well, thank you. That's very kind.
That is a variation on a story that we've gotten a lot when people find the show for the first time. And they think that you are actually the person you're portraying. And they say, I can't believe James Gandolfini is saying that.
I took Diane Parkinson behind the Plinko board and gave her what for?
What's that new documentary on Netflix with Bob Barker?
Perfect Bid, I think it's called.
Perfect Bid.
Really?
I just watched it this past weekend that chronicles a player on The Price is Right and played like 47 times, because apparently they didn't have a max on how many times you could go to be in the audience, and if you got up on the stage, there was some sort of caveat there, but you could yell out the correct prices for the items, and he was the savant, and he had a system, so he would yell out. He loved yelling out the correct prices, so much so, and I won't spoil it for anybody, that something ends up happening that changes the entire landscape of the game as we know it today.
Oh, by the way, can I just go on record one more time saying I am all for him, and I hope I'm wrong, but there is just a tiny little part of my gut that still thinks this James Holzhauer guy might not be on the up and up. It's just every time I watch him, there's that one moment where I go, no way. No way. Too obscure. But then again, I could be totally wrong.
But it's also part of it, it's like, no way the stain knows all this.
Yeah.
It just seems he looks like, you could have a moment where it's like, okay, he's got some sort, but no, they've already, I mean, it's $2 million. There are smarter people than me that are trying to vet the guy.
Now I'm seeing everywhere he's just being called Jeopardy James.
Oh, and that great. Well, now let's not hate him just to hate him, but I just think if somebody, if this is legit, it's spectacular, and he makes it fun to watch.
Yeah, true.
But we'll see. Now, we got time for a couple more before we break. The love continues. They liked our spintacular. They
Hey guys, this is Mark from San Antonio. I have a complaint about this week's bonus show. I'm only 18 minutes into it, but I've listened to those 18 minutes 4 times. I'm complaining about anybody who is not subscribed and listening to this one. The Spintacular is awesome. Great show, guys. Love you. Catch you later.
Thank you very much.
Nice.
And another love call. 3 love calls in a row. 4 love calls.
Nice.
3, 4. Well, who cares?
Hi, guys. Mike, thank you so much for playing Stancato, because we've now I played it for my 2 sons, which are 9 and almost 5, and I now punctuate things that I want them to do around the house, like feed the cat, meow, 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 pick up your toys, meow, 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 do this thing, meow, 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 go to potty, and they hate it all. So, thanks.
Thanks.
Meow,
Meow, meow, meow.
That's a fun dad.
Thank you. Meow, meow, meow. That's right. Go to your room. Meow, meow, meow. Do it now. Meow, meow, meow. Shut the door. Meow, meow, meow. Don't talk to mommy like that. Meow, meow, meow. Anyway, we'll take a break. When we come back, ladies and gentlemen, more of your yaks. And remember what I said, a star is born on this week's Yak Shack. Oh, good, you're playing that song.
Yeah,
I like
I told
everybody.
you I would.
Newly approved Joker products. History. Yeah. It's Jack Nicholson is the Joker. Yeah. That's the guy. Anyway, we'll take a break. Come back with more fun on the Mike O'Mara Show. Hi, I'm Ina Garten. My favorite podcast, The Mike O'Mara Show, is incredibly funny. But sometimes when I want to listen, my hands are full. Literally. It's not easy to download a podcast with a fistful of roasted eggplant spread covered with a reduced garlic aioli. Or if you're 10 little piggies or cradling a standing rib roast with a crispy Gruyere Yorkshire pudding. That's why when I'm in the Barefoot Contessa kitchens, I rely on Alexa. How easy is that? All I have to say is, hey Alexa, play the Mike O'Mara Show. And the most recent episode plays right away. How easy is that? Even Jeffrey can do it. And I actually really hate him. In fact, we really hate each other. It's like being married to a hobbit. How tragic is that? TMOS and Alexa, they go together like little thin slices of salami and caperberry. Now back to my custard. Thank you. That'll burn in like an hour, but anyway.
It's fun.
Welcome back to the Mike O'Mara Show, brought to you by our TMOS bonus packages. Wednesday. Hump day, as it were.
Yeah.
But what causes this? The word hump, plural humps, can be a mound of earth. It can also refer to a deformity in humans caused by abnormal curvature of the upper spine. How about that? In the animal kingdom, a hump is a rounded, fleshy mass, such as on a camel or zebu. Gotta love a zebu. Or is it a zebu?
I think it's a zebu.
Zebu, I'm sorry. A zebu.
Yeah.
What the frig is a zebu?
It is, I think it is called humped cattle. Yeah.
A zebu.
A zebu, yeah.
And if you enjoy slang, hump is an act of sexual intercourse. You enjoy slang. This is perhaps the preferred definition because if you don't buy the bonus show on hump day, you're fucked.
Oh.
You'll get screwed out of a 6th uncensored episode of TMOS that drops every week. It can be yours for just a few extra pennies. Plus, you'll get access to all of our bonus content, and you'll be helping TMOS. So please, buy our bonus thing. What a great way to be a part of the solution. So, get you love drunk off my hump. What?
Just read it. It's the lyric from My Humps.
So, get you love drunk off my hump, my hump, my hump, my lovely little lumps. Buy the bonus show, you scoundrel. Jesus.
Nice.
Very good. Thank you. All right, moving right along here. Let's get right back to it. We got a lot. Would you like to wait for the? I think if I played the star early, it would ruin it.
Well, wait. We can wait.
But I really want to get to him. We'll just keep moving through
right.
This next call is titled "It Does Not Make Sense." Let's listen.
Kels, if Bill Bixby was around, we wouldn't have this issue with cheap-ass citronella candles. He would have made sure they were pretty good.
What?
Smash.
That was the call. We get another call from the same guy.
I like that call.
Still very, very clear.
Hey, Kelsey, Wichita. Yak Shack. Real quick.
Real quick.
I went and bought some groceries at Dillon's. Kroger. It's not Giant or Wegmans or Costco, Rob.
Right.
But, whatever.
What?
Bought some groceries, heading home. Gonna have a few drinks.
Sure.
I was, I forgot something.
Maybe not.
So I stopped at this other little place and grabbed what I needed. And then I seen some candles, citronella candles. I'll buy those, put them on the patio. We have a drink. And I was like, cool, all right. Get home.
I'm encouraging this behavior.
Light them up. And I'm like,
Oh, I can't do it anymore. Okay, thank you very much. Let's move on.
Why do you suppose he had Bill Bixby as part of the Citronella Candle story?
What? Sometimes I don't know the order they come in.
But I
but
love
we've got
it.
more of the
You can
strange.
buy cheap ones.
Sure.
Yeah.
Those to keep mosquitoes away, right?
Yeah, it'll
That's
ruin
what
your
they're
day.
for?
Yeah, they don't work, but it's in theory that's what they do.
More of the strange. Let's take another call.
Hello, Mr. Stuang Stabalak.
What?
This is Dr. Van Helsing calling with your lab results following your recent physical.
Oh, thank you.
In spite of the spell cast upon you by the gypsy woman, I can assure you that you are not and could never be pregnant. X-rays, blood tests, and your male anatomy make it clear that you are unable to become pregnant, much less carry a fetus to term and give birth, even anally, as you inquired.
Okay.
Yes.
If you would like to discuss these results in
No, I wouldn't. Thank you very much. Okay.
Hey guys, this is Alice from Maryland. I am just calling to give you a recommendation for another podcast. It's a very short series, and it's about the Chernobyl show that you've been talking about. The only reason I would recommend this is because the producer of the show is on the podcast, and he talks about things like Rob was asking why they had all their glasses were perfect from the period, and how they came up with certain who the actors are, why their accents are what they are, and it's just called the Chernobyl Podcast by HBO. So I suggest you check it out.
All right,
and
cool.
It's such a fascinating story. So thank you for cluing us in on that story.
All
Hey
right.
guys, great show.
And very dark, as Oscar and I mentioned yesterday.
Like
very,
to find out why they had to show me all the dogs.
Yeah, I watched
Yeah.
last night
Yeah.
up until they were seeing the dogs, and I said, I can't do this right now. I just can't. I
Yeah,
turned
we
it
get
off.
it. It was a horrible time, but I
Watch the first 3, skip 4, go to 5.
All right, now we've got a plan.
Yeah, I forgot about that part. Wasn't that fun? All right, next call is from a new golfer.
Hey, boys. This is mainly from Mike. Mike, I took up the game of golf about a year and a half ago.
Wonderful.
It's kind of a way to bond with my dad. He's 71, and, getting up there and something we can do together.
Game for the infirmed.
I quit when I was a kid and, came back out of it now, and here I am. I have a question for you. You mentioned golf shorts. That's kind of like your attire down there in southwest Florida. Went to Dick's last night, picked up a pair of golf shorts. Fantastic. My God, they're flexible, they look nice, they breathe.
Yeah.
Just glorious.
Okay.
But what do you do about underwear? Because, I don't know. I'm kind of not. I tried, I went with underwear, and now I'm going underwear off.
Oh, come on.
Just the golf shorts. What do you do? I mean, I don't want to get too. What do you do? What do you do? See you, boys. Hey, it's Jeff, by the way.
Thanks,
don't care.
Jeff.
Bye.
We're boxers, Jeff. That's what I wear. You can wear any kind of underwear you wear. Like under normal
MeUndies is the way to
pants.
go. MeUndies right there.
Unless
Get a
you
golf
want to be
pattern.
Dustin Johnson, who doesn't look like he looks like he goes commando on
Sure.
the PGA Tour. I'm not sure, but in your case,
Well, he does
sir,
that just like Arnold Palmer did.
he balls on skin, on chin. Wear a thong, sir. I don't care. Do whatever you want.
Helps
Another
with the
call.
swing.
Yeah, please do.
Hey, guys. Dave here in Las Vegas.
Hi, Dave.
Just want to give you a heads up. During the show in November, Nellis Air Force Base here is hosting Aviation Nation 2019. Home of the Thunderbirds, the last show of the year. They'll be going down the same time, November 15th to the 17th. I thought I'd give you a heads up on that, just in case you're interested. Thanks. Bye.
Now, Stephen Douglas McIntyre and I will be able to do what we love to do, skydive.
Exactly.
I can't wait. We'll
I
be doing
love
that together.
Aviation Nation.
Yeah, and I love the fact that with Dirk, now that he has his aviation license, he can actually fly one of the planes for
What
the
happened
Thunderbirds.
to Tailhook? They still have that conference?
The tailhook scandal,
Yeah.
where all the admirals and captains and ensigns, get around and seek out
That
female
was,
companionship.
that was a very Charlie and Harrigan thing he just did. And what happened with Tailhook?
Well,
yeah,
I don't
what was
know
that tailhook thing?
I don't know if they shut that down.
Next call is Pokemon. Pokemon. I like to pronounce it. Pokemon. Let's listen to Pokemon.
Hey, Mike, Oscar, Rob. This is Richard calling from Ashburn, Virginia. I was
Dick.
just listening to the
What?
Friday show where you guys were talking about Detective Pikachu. If you guys think Pokemon is weird, you're not even on the tip of the iceberg.
Really?
That's all I'm going to say on that. I'll hang up and listen.
Pony, is he right? Is he right that Pokemon's not even anything compared to some of the other weirdness that comes out of Japan?
Well, I mean, the original Pokemon stuff is not that weird, but that movie is very, very strange.
Yeah.
Also,
pocket monsters.
The culture brought us organization, your modern supply chain, but also there's a used panty machine there still. Like that's a
in
problem.
Pokemon.
That's a problem.
Mhm.
The original.
Talk about a pocket monster.
Loose panty machine. Creating a culture of disturbed individuals. Hey, this next call is labeled Best Fan Ever.
Fantastic.
I don't write that lightly.
Gentlemen, John in Buffalo, Memorial Day weekend. I called a few weeks ago and indicated to you how much I love the Memorial Day Spectacular, and I cannot believe you did it again. I've listened to it 5 or 6 times this weekend already. Love, love, love it. I'm going to both Vegas shows from Buffalo with my great brother-in-law, Alex, and our wife. Secondly, I'm driving around taking care of business. Sunday afternoon, 75 degrees, Monday afternoon, Memorial Day, and I'm listening to the live stream. And I love, love, love the Christmas and holiday episodes that are on because it's hilarious and it makes me think about Christmas. And life is good and life is funny. You guys are awesome. Thank you for everything you are doing. Happy Memorial Day. Bye.
That is a very nice call from Buffalo, New York.
Yeah.
What a great endorsement.
And I
I
offer
wonder if he
counterpoint.
voted for Tony Masiello back in the day.
Mayor Tony Masiello.
Someday, Governor. Someday.
Next call comes from a budding impressionist. I don't remember. It was a while. All right, go ahead.
Mike,
What?
Rob,
What?
Oscar,
Yes.
Ben from Reno.
Hi, Ben.
2 things. I would like to first say that I'm curious to know what Mike and Rob's top 5 movies of all time are from today, Thursday's show. Oscar, I assume Transformers 1 through 5, maybe throw in a little Dark Knight for classness. But the second thing is, Mike, I just finished reading the first chapter of your book, Eye of the Impressionist, and I got to say, starting small seems like a good thing. So I would now like to give you my impression of McGloin from Gangs of New York. I've been working on it. I've been reading your book. I've been doing the homework. I think I'm ready. Low thing to do that to a body. Low. Love the show, guys. Bye.
Now, Mike,
I didn't remember the character's name. McGowan, is that the guy's name? He's got fights with Leonardo DiCaprio.
Is Eye of the Impressionist back in print? Is Eye of the Impressionist back in print?
In France.
Oh, it is. So you can get a paperback. Is it what they call a
French
trade paperback? Yes,
yeah,
of
and they
course.
took the middle section out with the pictures.
What?
Yeah,
Jip?
they didn't like
That's
it.
a
They didn't like
ripoff.
that. Yeah, it was something about inappropriate touching.
I'm glad I still have my coffee table edition.
Let's go to our next one. Here is an Oscar fan. Let's listen.
Oscar?
Oh.
It's Donald. I'm so lonely, Oscar.
Oh.
Where have you been, Oscar? I'm so cold.
Oh, no.
Oscar. Come visit me, Oscar. I'm so lonely, Oscar. Bring me a Band-Aid, Oscar. I'm so lonely, Oscar.
I don't know.
Donald
I don't
is
know.
my old neighbor that I used to infirmed and old that I used to care for because at every turn he'd fall or scrape skin off himself, and I would bandage him up.
Donald, right?
Donald.
Was his name?
Donald,
Yeah.
Donald.
Very, very good.
Donald, Oscar, do you have my underwear? No, Donald left it at home by accident. Oh, I don't have any left. That was so weird.
Sounds like the gingerbread man.
A little bit.
And but it was not a joke. I had a friend over and he said, the guy came over and I heard, which is, Oscar, you home? And then I opened the door. I'm like, that's Donald. It's here for his
Donald. Hi,
laundry
Donald.
and to talk to me about nothing.
What's
That's
weird
right.
is when his Donald sounds like the gingerbread man, he needs to read chapter 3 of Eye of the Impressionist, where you talk about differentiating your voices.
Very exciting.
get back
We
to
have
that.
to take a break, ladies and gentlemen. When we come back on the Mike O'Mara Show, a few of your calls, more of your calls, and then we have the star of the week. Hope
Can't
you
wait.
enjoy that. That's coming up on the Mike O'Mara Show. And yes, I have oversold it. Remember that. All right, thank you. We'll be right back.
What is happiness worth to you? Can you put a price on enjoyment? At the Moonlight Bunny Ranch, an hour of fun will cost you $600. At Woo Kim's Massage Parlor, you can buy an hour of happiness for $110 plus tip, and it's really only the ending that's happy. But with the Mike O'Mara Show, you can get an extra hour of fun every week for less than $2. Subscribe to the TMOS bonus package. It'll make you feel good.
Ew.
I know.
Ew.
Kind of gave me a weird feeling, but I liked the read.
You know, you liked the whole thing. You liked it. Don't you distance yourself. You're the one that gets those on the air. Ew.
I added the music bed. I think the music bed softened it a bit. He'll pardon the expression.
Oh, my God. Oh, my God. Welcome back to the Mike O'Mara Show. Let me just shower after that.
Ew.
Brought to you by ZipRecruiter. Hiring is challenging, but there's one place you can go where hiring is simple, fast, and smart. It's the place where growing businesses connect with qualified candidates. Just go to ZipRecruiter.com. ZipRecruiter sends your job to over 100 of the web's leading job boards, but they don't stop there. With their powerful matching technology, ZipRecruiter scans thousands of resumes to find people with the right experience and invites them to apply for your job. As applications come in, ZipRecruiter analyzes each one and spotlights the top candidates so you never miss a great match. ZipRecruiter is so effective that 4 out of 5 employers who post on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate through the site within the first day.
Woo! Do it.
Right now, our listeners can try ZipRecruiter for free at this exclusive web address, ZipRecruiter.com/TMOS. That's ZipRecruiter.com/TMOS. Remember, ZipRecruiter.com/TMOS. ZipRecruiter is the smartest way to hire. And now it's our last segment on the TMOS Yak Shack. By the way, thank you for your calls. As you can tell, we take calls from everywhere, from anywhere, and any subject that you have, any question you have, you want to say something nice, you want to ask a question, you want to offer some constructive criticism, we take it all. There's very little editing that goes into the Yak Shack. You know, if you're not able to make a coherent sentence, you don't get on. Other than that, we welcome you. Our next call comes from Gamblin' Man. This is Gamblin' Man number 1.
What's up, TMOS crew? This is Joe from Austin, Texas.
Austin.
I'm feeling pretty bad, man. I just left the casino, and I knew better. I come up here to WinStar, it's about 3.5 hours north of Austin, and I drop off $500 every once in a while. This time, I was up. Not big up, like $1,500 up. But that's a lot of money to me. I gave it all back. And I just feel like crap. Now I have to drive almost 4 hours back home. It's 11 o'clock.
Oh.
I'm tired. I'm pissed off. And you guys, Mike, you're probably the only one that can understand.
I totally understand, my friend.
I'm going to drive off the road. Just kidding. But I want to.
I know.
Real bad.
Been there.
All right.
Yeah.
Hope you guys have a good week.
It's a disease.
Later.
Yeah. Thank you. Thank you very much. And,
It always is sadder driving home than it is driving
We
there.
can be the
isn't it?
hotline.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. We
It's a
can.
vent too. We can be that hotline.
You know what? We
We're here
should
for
put the
you,
Yak
sir.
Shack number next to the money machine in the casino, right under the.
Be a great idea. We're
If
a
you
lot
have
more
a problem number, it would
Just
be call
vent.
us. Yeah.
A
Just vent. Well-
drive is better than a flight home.
Yeah,
if you're going to have that type
absolutely.
of loss.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can think about yourself and not going back. He called back. So this is Gambling Man number 2.
Oh.
I hope he's okay.
Hey, it's Joe from Austin again. I just wanted to tell Mike, I know you would wonder what I lost the money on. It's your favorite Wheel of Fortune, that progressive Wheel of Fortune game.
Yeah.
No!
That damn slot. I mean, it would, take 300 and give me back 500 and, take 100 and give me back 200. And it hooked me for hours. Hours, that damn game.
I know.
Okay, bye.
And in the end, they get it all.
Exactly.
That's the way
Welcome
it
to
goes.
the Tangiers.
Next call is simply entitled Hygiene.
Hi, this is Dustin in San Diego. I keep forgetting to ask this question because I keep remembering the shower stories while I'm in the shower. So you guys said that some people don't shower their legs or wash their legs. Does that mean that people don't wash their feet? It's gross. Okay, Dustin out.
That's worth it based on the phrase, people don't shower their legs.
Well,
That's the
you're rubbing your
t-shirt.
feet. You're rubbing your
Shower
feet
your
on the
legs.
shower thing. I don't wash my feet in the shower. I just walk around. That's what gets the.
I mean, I might reach down, maybe if I just played soccer, of course.
Yeah.
But on a daily this morning, no.
Most times it do.
happen.
Because, I have to keep them pretty in my Birkenstocks.
Oh, yeah, because
as a
they're
courtesy to
exposed
others.
to the world.
Oh, jeez. Fred Flintstone washing his feet. All right, ladies and gentlemen, here
Yes,
we go.
here we go.
Now, I am not in any way encouraging people to call back multiple times, especially like this guy. But let me just say that, I'll let it speak for itself. I give you, ladies and gentlemen, Mike from Yuba.
Mike from Yuba. First of all, just more pony, less Oscar. But Rob, this is directed at you. Mike, love you. Love you.
We get it, man.
Rob, this is directed at you.
Right.
I've had the conversation several times with coworkers and friends. I insist that Airplane is a classic. It's an absolute classic. It preceded all of the other parody movies. The scary movies, they wouldn't exist without Airplane. Airplane is the ultimate and the root of the parody movie. There may have been other things before that parodied things, but Airplane itself
sounds kind of loose.
Started that whole movement.
He's holding it together.
Speaking of movements, Oscar, shut up.
Oh, now that's not nice.
Hey.
Oh, he's joking. Okay, so he's joking.
That sounded terrifying.
I agree with most of what he says, but Airplane owes a lot to Blazing Saddles. I'm just saying.
Oscar might be already tired of him, but he calls back.
Oh, good.
Again. I'm sorry. Mike from Yuba, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm really sorry. I have no life. I'm sorry. But I'm not sorry. God, I suck.
It's the second call.
I love that guy.
That's good.
Yeah, I can't. He grew on me.
Yeah,
very sweet.
Mike from Yuba, third call.
Mike from Yuba again, third time tonight. But I had to call and say thank you for discussing my currently top eject mailman. Eject.
Yeah.
Hey,
he got mad at himself.
Mike,
got mad at himself.
3 calls in, I have to say this. You did not oversell him.
Yeah,
I'm loving him.
Mike from Yuba. We go to call number 4. Mike from Yuba.
Mike from Yuba. This is for you, Cardi B.
Oh, no.
I got the itches from boning bitches. From boning bitches with little white bugs. All right. Thank you very much. I'll be here all week. Be sure to tip your waitress and try the veal. I'd like to say I plead innocent to all charges.
I'm so glad you guys like it as much as I do.
It's Mike from Yuba.
Ready for our 4th call from Mike from Yuba?
What? Wow,
Fifth. I'm sorry, you're right. 5th call, Mike from Yuba.
I'm just calling to apologize for all of my previous calls. I'm doing shtick and I suck at it, and I just want to be somebody because I'm a pathetic 55-year-old sitting in his apartment drinking vodka on a Memorial Day weekend with no other plans. Bad back, bad feet, and a guitar that I only play once a month. Yes, and it's a dimly lit, but I'm not naked. So yeah, right. That's who I am. It's Mike from Yuba.
Wow.
And yes, the new all-time record for recalls. And I'm not encouraging people to do this.
No.
This
You
is
can't
completely
fake
organic.
this.
This is organic and natural.
So you will not get on if you're doing this and trying to recreate that. This is probably one and done. And I give you the last and 6th call.
What, 6?
From Mike. Yeah, well, Rob, you've been here, right? He played the. This is Mike from Yuba, ladies and gentlemen.
Mike from Yuba again. Mr. O'Mara, love all your work.
Okay.
I mean, all of it. Anyway, so went after listening to you guys about cocktails. Never had a Moscow Mule. Went to a local Native American bad place
Another
here
casino.
in California. Ordered my very first Moscow Mule. I was extremely cursed by that drink. I curse you, Mike, for mentioning it the first time. It's phenomenal. Anyway, so I
what?
Have a problem with yeah, I'm sure Rob's going, yes, he has a problem. He's got a problem. No, I have no more problem than you guys do. But the problem that I have is that the Moscow Mule is a delicious drink.
Delicious.
But after about 5 or 6 of them, it just turns into a glass of vodka because you don't feel like slicing any more limes and cutting a finger off. And the ice is all gone, because you're pathetic and can't remember to fill the ice trays. And so you just wind up sitting there drinking Tito's vodka. Not that there's anything wrong with that.
I'm part of the show.
Mike from Cuba, ladies and gentlemen.
I love it.
There it is. At the very end, he even gave us an ending.
I love it.
I'm part of the show.
Part of the show.
That's the There's the Yak
A star
Shack.
is born.
Yeah.
Mike
Your
from
star
Yuba.
is born.
Nailed it.
Thank you. We won't take 6 calls from you, but Mike from Yuba, call back again. We'd appreciate that. That's it. We got to take a break. We'll come back with news you may not need from Mike from Yuba.
In these divisive times, it's hard to find common ground. It's difficult to concur, which is why there is such value to calm, collected political discourse. This is why we need political persuasions. Mike O'Mara.
You don't f***ing understand that we're in a world of shit right now.
Chris Freites.
Yeah, and I'm not going to let it happen.
Cool, considerate men.
You want to yell? I'll f***ing yell, asshole.
Yell.
Because
Let's
the f***ing
and never clouding their judgment with the fog of emotion.
You know why you can't? Because there's nobody.
Why
There's
don't you
nobody.
let me talk? O'Mara.
I
Pretend that you're objective, but you're not really objective. Freites.
I let you run on and blah, blah, blah. I don't interrupt your red face rants, and then I try to say 3 words. And
Talking the issues of today.
Are you going to let me finish a sentence today?
Find it on iTunes, Stitcher, or wherever you get your podcasts. Political Persuasions, quietly changing the world.
There it is. Welcome back to the Mike O'Mara Show, brought to you by our Las Vegas show. This just in from the Las Vegas show business headquarters. We are still exploring the notion that we could possibly sell additional tickets to the TMOS 10th Anniversary Spectacular if we made ourselves more internationally accessible. Ora è il momento per ordinare il tuo biglietto alla spettacolare del 10 degree anniversary di TMOS Live. È il migliore di più. Questo è l'anno per fini tutti giuliani. Perché abbiamo aggiunto un secondo show il 16 novembre. E se vuoi vedere entrambi i saloni ancora migliori. Du internazioni diverse, du diverse notti nella sede aziendale di Las Vegas. Poi una ciotola di pasta c'è grande come la tua testa. I repeat. Tickets are on sale now at MikeO'MaraShow.com, but only while they last. The TMOS 10th Anniversary Spectacular, brought to you by Zappos. Buona serata, amico, e grazie. Grazie, amigo.
News.
Amigo? I don't know what that means.
The last line in that was bowl of pasta as big as your head.
Very nice. I knew that. And now a gross Miley Cyrus story to start you on news you may not need this week. Miley Cyrus loves TSA pat-downs.
Yeah.
She always gets one because she refuses to take off her jewelry when she goes through airport security. In a British radio interview, she said, quote, they're getting very sensitive with the pat-down, and I'm kind of like into it. I like human touch, but they're getting like more and more nervous about doing that kind of thing, but I actually like it, What do you mean, like the stuff touching her in the bad place? Is that what it is? Or what's going on?
Maybe.
I get touches on the crotch when I go through.
You get touched on the crotch?
You never got that pat down before?
I always play the age card. I have artificial joints.
So when they
I
ask
have
you,
artificial joints.
Pro tip:
Yes.
when they ask you, do you want to go in back for this pat down. I'm like, just do it here. It's very, they're doing their job.
Yeah.
They're doing their job.
But why do you keep getting back in line?
It's the back of the head. It's the. Never mind.
I'd be a little worried. Like, so where are you flying to? Anyway,
I like this thing. I like the thing where you put your hands over your head and the thing spins. That's fun.
The pat down comes after that.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Okay, well.
You know why? Because those are jazz hands as far as you're concerned.
Well, I feel like I'm finishing a show.
That's right. Like a Fosse show.
Thank you.
Fosse. You're Twyla. You're Twyla. Anyway. Rumors started circulating yesterday that Kit Harington had checked into rehab. Now, Kit played Jon Snow on Game of Thrones. Everybody knows that.
Yeah.
And the New York Post said he was seeking help for stress and alcohol use. Kip's rep confirmed that he's entered a wellness retreat, but downplayed the seriousness of it. Interesting. Quote, Kit has decided to utilize this break in his schedule as an opportunity to spend some time working on some personal issues. The rep insisted he was not there for rehab and emphasized the words wellness retreat, but didn't elaborate on what the personal issues are. Kit is supposedly at a luxury facility in Connecticut, which costs more than $120,000 per month. And the Post says he's been there for about a month. It's unclear when he's going to leave. For what it's worth, Kit has said the ending of Game of Thrones hit him hard. Quote, the final day of shooting, I felt fine. Then I went to do my last shots and started hyperventilating a bit. Then they called rap, and I just effing broke down. So I don't know. I didn't know he had issues like that.
Well,
he's hadn't done anything publicly, right?
No.
And he just announced an engagement, if I'm not mistaken, as well.
Oh, dear.
This is sad because I know that from a fan standpoint, you care for this actor that played this character in this massive epic saga.
We said earlier, it's like a friend.
Yes, but for someone that has that type of a meteoric rise to stardom, and then what also comes with, I think, that type of workload, it's shocking that this doesn't happen more often, Mike.
Yeah, because the fame thing can really bury these people in some cases. And I'm just wondering if the hyperventilating, of having that incredible stardom and that incredible body of work and that money and that fame and all that the hyperventilating and the rap maybe was a stress, hey, it's all over now. What am I going to do next? You know, that
And
fear.
do you suppose he fears typecasting? I mean,
I don't know.
It's hard to say because I know that doesn't happen as much as it used to. But if you are so strongly identified with one character, it does sort of put the kibosh on your career at times. Yeah.
You have to be amazingly emotionally solid, I think, to exist in that meat grinder that is Hollywood, ladies and gentlemen.
That's right.
I don't know. A British newspaper, speaking of guys that I love, a British newspaper asked Rob Lowe if he considers himself more vain than British people. And Rob took that opportunity to take a shot at Prince William. He said, quote, that's a low bar. Can we talk about William? He says, quote, I mean, the future king of your country let himself lose his own hair. So when I say British men set a very low bar, honestly, one of the great traumatic experiences of my life was watching Prince William lose his hair. Okay, Rob.
Wow.
Isn't it nice when our celebrities go over to the UK to make a nice impression?
Is this before or after he took a leak on Buckingham Palace?
Who knows? Quote, the first glimmer that a single hair of mine was going to fall out, I was having stuff mainlined into my effing veins. And that's what I did for the next 30 years. I guess he did that to continue to look young. Who knows? But they always talk about Rob Lowe being ageless, so that's
he looks like exactly the same.
He has a pretty good sense of humor about it most times, but I really don't like the fact that he went after royalty in their own country.
Yeah, you lose your hair, you lose your hair.
That's what happens.
That's it. I know guys that lost it in their mid-20s, and you shave it. That's what you do.
That's right.
Hi, Rob. Buying concert tickets can be frustrating and expensive. Rob Spiewak, you're not going to like this.
Oh, no.
Now it's about to get more frustrating and expensive. That's because it sounds like we will be paying extra for aisle seats.
Oh, that's BS.
Live Nation recently started selling aisle seats at select shows with a surcharge that adds an additional $5 to $30 to your ticket price.
No
for those who are looking
way.
to enjoy the convenience of easy access to refreshments, restrooms, and venue exits. Even better, it's not only the actual seat on the aisle. In some cases, it's also the second, third, and fourth seats into the row. that are on the aisle. Come on.
I always get the aisle seat, and it's for me, it's more of a courtesy to the people that I'm around because I'm wide. It gives me a chance to
It's not
spill
a
out.
courtesy. It's your own personal comfort. Don't pretend. You're not doing it. You're not, being
You've sat
charitable.
next to me. I know, but you don't want to be on either side of me. You have me in the middle.
No, but I mean, you want to have your body spill out
It's
into
comfort.
the aisle. It's comfort.
Comfort and courtesy. That's what I'm all about.
You are so full of
A
crap.
lifestyle to live by.
You're not
Anyway,
getting my $5. F you.
These
No,
price
it's
hikes.
$50.
Well, 5 of these starts at 5.
New surcharge adds an additional $5 to $30 to your ticket
30.
price. For now, these price hikes must be approved by both the artist and the promoter. So start getting the ledger out to keep track of what artists approve and what artists
Okay,
say
say
no effing way.
you're a regular size parent. Just say,
I'm out.
Okay, say would you, it's the comfort of an aisle seat, and I'll take either. Dramatically better for $30 more.
Depends on the ticket. Because if you're paying like a $25 seat, that's a lot of money.
Broadway, yeah.
Absolutely, for a Broadway
the
show.
theaters are so small.
Okay, keep that in mind.
I know one show that's coming up. I wonder if this will apply to this because I think Live Nation works with them. The Stones are playing DC on July 3rd.
Ooh.
And I'm thinking about if it would be worth seeing them one more time because I just saw a video of Mick. He looks good. And it'd be fun to see them one more time. I like their last album a lot. But, God, $30, I mean, on top of a $100 ticket, that's a lot of money.
Oh.
$30, that's $1 for every year that they've been saying, let's go see him one last time.
Yeah, the last time I saw them one last time was 1989.
Exactly. Chipotle is running a new promo during the NBA Finals that should result in free food for you.
Yeah!
If you're a real big burrito fan, you might want to do this if you're willing to jump through a few hoops. Get it? Basketball. Every time the announcers say the word free during an NBA Finals game, Chipotle will tweet a code. And if you're one of the first 500 people to text that code to the number 888-222, they'll give you a free burrito. First 500 nationwide. First
500 burritos. Wow.
You know what you're going to get? It's game one of the NBA Finals between the Golden State Warriors and the Toronto Raptors. Toronto getting an NBA Final is tomorrow night. So wait and see and enjoy yourself, everybody.
Get the corn salsa.
Please do.
Yes.
Yum, yum.
Delicious.
And now a little something. There is a woman named Valerie Branch Galloway. Isn't that a lovely name?
That's a beautiful three-name person.
She's from Largo, Florida. And,
now, where is Largo again?
It's in Largo.
Of course.
And her stepson got home half hour after curfew on Sunday night. So she grabbed her belt to give him a spanking. The only thing is, her stepson is 26 years old. She whipped him 11 times across the bottom before he told her to stop because he was enjoying the
11?
first 20 or so.
Ow.
11, no, the first 10. Sorry.
Yeah.
She said, no, you were 30 minutes late, so you get 30 licks.
Whoa.
That meant there were 19 to go. He wound up calling the cops, and Valerie was arrested for domestic battery.
Oh.
When the cops arrived, the son was out in the yard feeding Tina. But his brother Kip was inside on the computer.
Eat it, you fat lord.
Eat the food. Grandma gets packed. You're after curfew. 26 years old. We're going to take a break and we'll come back with the audio vault right here on the Mike O'Mara Show.
Oh, it's Paulie from Brooklyn. Now, all of us P1s listen to the Mike O'Mara Show on iTunes, Spotify, and through the PlayAPod TMOS app. But guess what? You can now watch the boys on YouTube. That's right. See Mike do his famous impressions. Robert 2B's crack up on Mike Reed's bonus show copy. Catch Oscar Santana try not to make a bitching resting face. So now this is what you gotta do.
Bitching
Click
resting.
the subscribe channel and the bell next to it so you get notified when the show is live. Now you P1s go out and tell your other Goombas to do the same thing. Now that we got that out of the way, let's return to the boss of bosses, Mike O'Mara.
Thank you, Paulie. I appreciate that. And I love that they're nice and short, and I love that he kicks it back to me.
Bitching resting face.
Bitching resting face. Welcome back to the Mike O'Mara Show, brought to you by Cornerstone. Food for thought from Cornerstone First Financial. With tariffs and trade wars monopolizing the headlines, you're not hearing about the drop in mortgage interest rates. You're really not. And if you pay attention to the news, you'll know it's happening. And Cornerstone First Financial can use this trend to benefit you big time. So whether you're buying a house, refinancing, you've got to act right now while the market is still on your side. Call Cornerstone. They're in our building in Washington, D.C., and they're good folks. Home appreciations are up, rates are low, and with Cornerstone's guaranteed to meet or beat any competitor, this is a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity to eliminate your PMI, consolidate debt, do home improvements, or take cash out for any reason. Sooner or later, inflationary pressure will push these rates back up to realistic levels, so this won't last. Act now. Cornerstone is licensed in California, Maryland, Virginia, D.C., Georgia, Florida, and Colorado. Click their banner on our website, visit cornerstonefirst.com, or call them at 866-625-1221. That's 866-625-1221. Cornerstone First Financial, personal attention from application to closing. Let's open up the audio vault for Wednesday, May 29th, 2019. Rob Spiewak.
Not a lot of people know this. The reason the devil went down to Georgia was to finance a house with Cornerstone because they can do business there. That's right. That's why the devil was there.
Fantastic.
He was looking to make a deal.
I told you once, you son of a gun, radio edit, you son of a bitch, unedited.
Mike, Fox 45. Do you still take your news from Dayton's Fox 45?
Their website is so tight, and I love their weather.
I know. Well, you love Jamie Simpson, who is
Jamie Simpson's the best.
Their chief meteorologist, who had a little bit of a meltdown Monday night. I know we've seen a lot of tragic weather in the Midwest.
Oh, yeah, it's been tough.
And they had tornadoes coming through Dayton, so they had to interrupt The Bachelorette. And they got swamped with phone calls. And so Jamie Simpson went on Fox 45 to yell at his audience.
Heavy rain is between you and the tornado. I was just checking social media. We have viewers complaining already. Just go back to the show. No, we're not going back to the show, folks. This is a dangerous situation, okay? It's nice rain. Think about this. This was your neighborhood. I'm sick and tired of people complaining about this. Our job here is to keep people safe, and that is what we're going to do. Some of you complain that this is all about my ego. Stop, okay? Just stop right now. It's not. I'm done with you people. I really am. This is pathetic.
I don't blame
dangerous situation here. All right, I'm sorry I did that. It just really bothers me that we have people that don't care about other people's safety around here. That's just ridiculous.
So what I thought is he might
I'm with him 1,000%. I'm glad he bitched out the bit. I think you're subhuman if you sit there and go, my show's on. Come on.
My show. I think he'd make a great spokesman for Southwest Airlines.
I'm sick and tired of people complaining about this. Stop. I'm done with you people. I really am.
Want to get away? Now you can with Southwest fares as low as $59 one way.
This is pathetic.
It's just
they're not going to hurt him, right?
No.
They're not going to fire him.
No, he's going to be fine. He's going to be
Please
fine.
don't fire the guy. The guy's got balls. I appreciate that. And, he's reading the thread there. Oh, by the way, in network news, Angie could tell us about this. Aren't they all, required now to have that streaming stuff and follow social media?
Oh, yeah.
That's what the
built into
TV
their
stations
contracts,
force them to do.
I got a call from Angie just yesterday. She wants to come on the 19th of this month, if it's possible.
Love to have Angie Goff drop by. She was one of the pioneers in social media. And you know what? I can see a guy looking at that while he's in the middle of doing his weather. We do it. I mean, remember when we had the first texting that came through?
Yes.
That was a slice of heaven, wasn't it? Yeah.
Instant feedback.
When you were fighting...
Fighting with people texting on the air.
I am again.
Yeah. And we just hear your side of it.
This F-stick just wrote in this.
Right. Hey, Pete from Deal, let me tell you this. All right, go ahead.
All right, now, Mike, speaking of social media, Britney Spears wants to put a rumor to bed. She does all of her own posting on Instagram.
For those of you who don't think I post my own videos, I did this video yesterday. So you're wrong, but I hope you like it.
Oh, she's doing all her own stuff. Now,
she's been coached on how to deal with that. For those of you, it's funny.
Let's look to Indiana. There was a big chase on foot. Police versus a guy in Indiana. Of course, the curveball here is the man was handicapped.
Oh, God, it was about probably 11:30, somewhere around there. We were sitting in the front room. We heard gunshots, it sounded like to me, and then we heard all kinds of sirens. And then we seen a guy run down the hill, and he was crawling on his hands and knees.
Pause it for a second.
Yeah.
Really?
Sirens.
Is there still a part of the United States that says sirens?
Yes, Mike, in Indiana. I know you know people from Indiana.
Sirens?
Don't they sometimes winter near you in Florida?
Sirens.
Sirens.
God.
I heard one last Tuesday.
Wow. Sirens is like from Hatfield and McCoy days. Sirens.
I know, but
they didn't even have sirens back then.
Well, they did, but you had to crank them.
Sirens. All right.
All right, let's get back to Indiana.
And he crawled through his hands and knees all the way through my yard till he got to the side fence.
The driver left behind a prosthetic leg.
That's why he was crawling through my yard. That makes sense.
Mike, I seen it, and the prosthetic leg had one green crock on it.
And do you hear the laugh too? That's why. And he's friendly too. He's nice too, isn't he?
He is.
The siren guy.
Yeah,
That says, that's why I was crawling through my.
So if you see a man with one green crock, find him, capture him.
Wow.
This is a piece of tape. I actually put this video on our Facebook page. A Nevada woman is on the way to the hospital to give birth, and she is ready to go. What makes this odd is that her husband is driving, and she has 3 kids in the back seat. And one of the kids is old enough that he's filming her. And guess what happens on the way to the hospital? She actually gives birth.
Mike, the baby's coming out.
No.
Oh, Mike, the baby's coming out. Oh my God. Hold the baby.
Oh, no.
Mike, baby's up. Hold her up. Oh my God. Hold her. Hold her. Hi, baby. Look at my baby. We got a baby. She's so pretty. Look, you guys. It's your sister. Hey, baby. You okay? Yeah, she's gorgeous. Baby,
Why is the baby not crying?
Well, I don't think that. I think it probably cried after the tape stopped because it was only out of the womb for about 10 seconds.
I heard one cry.
Mother, baby, all 3 kids, and dad all doing great. It was amazing. The baby looked beautiful. It just happened in a car, and she picked it up
1 minute of labor
and held it to her chest. It was amazing. If you don't watch it during breakfast, but it's worthy of taking a peek at. Hello?
Hello? Hello?
Ah, okay.
Well then.
And I want to finish with this.
Yes.
Sorry about that. I do want to finish with this. On ESPN, Stephen A. Smith is an ESPN guy who has a bit of a vitality and a certain enthusiasm.
Stephen A. is known for his enthusiasm. Well put.
They were covering the fact that the LA Lakers have sort of a dysfunctional happening in their family management.
On?
We're back.
You're on, yes.
Yes. He was covering the fact that the LA Lakers have a dysfunctional family of management, and that they were covering.
Magic just left.
Yeah, and he says we shouldn't be covering this. We should be covering the playoffs. Don't distract from the playoffs. This is a pretty good rant from Stephen A. Smith against his own employer.
I'm not happy about it one bit. I got better things to do with my damn time. Better things to do. ESPN.com decides to come out with a story on the day that Magic and the crew are going to be here. Do I like the fact that I have to deal with it today? Hell no. Go check it out on ESPN.com. Obviously, it's very, very important. I mean, it's the cover of ESPN.com. It's a big deal, right? Stop the process. Magic Johnson might have been a bit hardcore as a businessman. Stop the process. And it's actually news to y'all that this man came in there and had an attitude? Really? Really?
He seems nice. That's your Magic Audio Ball. Have a great Wednesday, everybody.
Wonder if he knows Mike from Yuma. Or Yuba.
Yuba.
Not Yuma. Yuba. Yuba City. I love that. Or Yuba, wherever the hell it is. Yuba, California. Anyway, that's it. We got to get out of here. Thanks for joining us for another riveting episode of The Mike O'Mara Show. Tickets still on sale for show number 2 in Las Vegas, November 16th. Buy them, buy them, buy them, buy them, buy them. Remember, the TMOS Bonus Show makes a great gift as well, and we appreciate the support. Thank you very much. And also, Rob, you need more letters for your mailbag? Send it to Rob with 2 B's at MikeO'MaraShow.com and a great Yak Shack. Keep them coming. 888-920-MORE, 888-920-6673. For Oscar Santana and Rob Spiewak, this is Mike O'Mara thanking you for your continued amazing support for the best part of your day. The Mike O'Mara Show. Bye-bye, everybody.
So long, Weasel.
Ciao, ciao.
Before you go, please make a mental note. Today's show was made possible by the TMOS bonus packages. You can secure yours right now by going to MikeO'MaraShow.com and clicking on the red bonus banner. Buy it or give it. Either way, you're helping out TMOS, and that's a good thing. Thank you, and go in peace.
Mike O'Mara, Radio Entertainment.
It's Mike again. I'm sorry. Mike from you, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I have no life. I'm sorry. But I'm not sorry. God, I suck.